Welcome to part 7 of The House of Hell, a fighting fantasy live read by me, iClorox. In this episode, we died twice in the span of 15 seconds. We find out that murder is the word and we make a friend for less than a minute. Stay tuned for this exciting episode, part 7. Drinking. Oh, war pigs are amazing. It's so good. This is just all a massive hallucination. We might as well just get ripped in the house of hell, right? Amazing. Okay, let's go. 67. And thanks for chiming in, Dingley. Glad to see you're here. 67. Too good. The dagger is no use to you in this predicament, but what about the flask of liquid? You hold it up and study the contents. The swirling black liquid is thick and oily. Rainbow patterns and reflections play tricks on your eyes. You could swear you were looking straight into a pair of dark eyes inside the flask. But you swirl the liquid once more and the image disappears. You imagine that you have nothing to lose by opening the flask, so you remove the stopper. What happens next is instantaneous. As soon as the stopper leaves the neck of the flask, the liquid turns into a billowing black smoke which hisses out and fills the room. The room goes black instantly. Just as quickly, the smoke is sucked back into the flask and the stopper reappears in position. All is as before, with one exception. You are no longer in the room. Your body has been sucked into the flask by the Nanka, a type of evil genie living inside it. Your adventure ends here. Dingley's first choice killed us. That's okay. This happens all the time, Dingley. Don't feel bad. So we're going to use our little finger bookmark here to go back in, and we're going to search the room. Hold on. 2. All right. Now, war pigs, don't chase them off. You've gotten us killed tons of times, my friend. It's all good. It's too funny. All right, let's search. Search the room. That was hilarious. Wow, the Nanka. 82. Don't worry, I got us killed the first time pretty much by opening a closet with a dead body in it. So it's all good. 82. Oh, there is no way you will find it opening the door, as it will only open and shut in the command of the Earl of Droomer. You are now his prisoner and will remain trapped for the rest of your life within these 4 walls. Wah, wah, wah. All right. Third way we died. All good. So we're going to go back to the secret door at 276. Apparently that was the wrong password, and it led us down a really interesting path. So we bookmarked 276. So, Dingley, I don't know how long you've been watching for, but let me see. We could try a different password since there was no catch. So let's go 237. Okay, so the passwords we tried. Okay, War Pigs, we'll go with yours. Goathead 188. The rock creaks. Oh, this is a nice copy paste. Good job, Steve Jackson. This is like, okay, a rock creeps and dust rises as the wall comes to life. A crack appears in the brickwork and slowly a secret door opens. But to your surprise, the door opens on one side in a hollow, of the hollow area you found. Perhaps this was merely a decoy. Definitely a decoy. Moments later, the door is open wide enough to go inside. If you wish to enter, turn to 133. I wonder if, was this I didn't keep track of the same entries. Let's try 133. We're going to get this right. Okay, no, this is exactly the same box situation because I remember turning to 99 before. So again, Goathead was the wrong password. Yep, okay, so we got to go, what was it, 230? It was opposite the zombie. Okay, Goathead was not the password. So we're just guessing passwords at this point. You guys want to go back out and explore? Oh, War Pigs, that's a good point. If it was a real password, then maybe it was again a subtractor kind of thing, right? Um, Should we try it anyways? 174? Because they've used that trick a few times in this book, right? I wonder if this is just copy paste. I'm just going to quickly zip through these entries here and interesting. So it's the same thing, room with a box. Something's inside. Oh, okay. So murder. Murder is a different password, so it had all the same entries as before. And I'm going to skip ahead to the description as we open the box inside the thing that said murder. Your eyes light up as the lid falls back. The box is lined with red velvet, and there in the middle is a pearl-handled dagger. Its silver blade is wavy, but it is finely polished and razor sharp. An inscription in the wooden top reads, "The crysknife. A blade fashioned for the glorification and pleasure of the demons of hellfire, our true masters. To be used only by initiates, never to be wielded in the presence of the masters. A sense of awe fills you as you pick up the knife." Hold on 1 second here. You turn it over tenderly in your hands and then place it in your pocket. For this find you may add 3 luck points. Now you must decide what to do next. Will you leave the way you entered and climb the stairs on the ground floor, or will you search the room thoroughly first? Cool, so we add 3 luck points, and then we can, I think we go back to the ground floor, right? Because we've got to find the dining room to use the crysknife in, and that's the red room. Or do you want to go back and search the room thoroughly? You guys let me know. I'm going to add crysknife and luck points to our character sheet. So, all right, I think we searched 2. I think I agree with what Magpie is saying there. Let's go for 12. You rummage through the box, but there's nothing else hidden inside. The walls all feel solid except for one on the left-hand side adjacent to the secret entrance. Okay. Thanks, Dingley. Have fun at work, man. The walls all feel solid except for the one on the left-hand side adjacent to the secret entrance. You feel around and locate another secret door, but you cannot feel a catch. Perhaps the same password opens it. You try this and the door starts to open slowly, revealing another room. You stare into this other room. It is almost an exact replica of the one you're standing, but it is completely bare except for a table and a box resting in it. Fascinating. I think 133 is we get trapped in another room, so we want to avoid that one. I think we return and leave through the original door back upstairs, 293. You open the door at the top of the stairs. Facing you is a door, and to your right the hallway ends at another door. So ahead of you is a door, and hallway to the right ends at another door. Do we want to enter the door opposite, 113, or door on the right to 260, or turn left into the main hallway, 316? All right, sounds good. We can do the door to the right, 260. The door is locked. You will not be able to go in. You turn and set off down the hallway. Will you enter a room on the right, 113, or carry on along the hallway, which is 316? All right, so this is locked. I'm going to make a note because right now we're looking for, on the main floor, a dining room with red walls, which is typically locked, and we need to find a key behind a mirror, are the hints that we have. So let's try that room on the right, 113. The room you entered is a reception room, a table and 6 chairs standing in the center of the room. At one end is an enormous mural of a country scene, perhaps painted of the area many years ago. On the opposite wall, stretching from the floor to the ceiling, is a full-length mirror. Oh, we were looking for a mirror. Velvet curtains line the wall opposite the door. You walk over to admire the painting, then turn to face the mirror. A shock is in store. Your eyes widen as you turn towards the mirror and stare into it. It casts no reflection of you. Add 1 fear point. You walk closer to the mirror, but still no reflection appears, although you can see the table and wall behind you clearly. Pardon me. You walk right up and feel its surface. Your hand passes right through the glass. Pulling it back quickly, you consider the situation. Will you leave this room, step through the mirror, or investigate the room further? Oh, interesting. So when we heard that the key was behind the mirror, that might have been, certainly kind of literal and figurative in that case. So I'm going to add 1 fear point. We are well over our maximum capacity, but that's all right. Pardon me. All right. Who wouldn't want to go through this mirror? This sounds pretty amazing. The key is behind the mirror. So if we can only get to the red dining room through the mirror, that'd be super interesting. All right, 160. I agree with War Pigs. I want to go through the mirror. Behind the mirror is a small chamber just large enough for you to turn around in. There are 2 doors in the chamber. Do you try the left-hand door, the right-hand door, or step back through the mirror? Let's go right is right, I think this one. Since it's we're going to default to right-hand turns if we don't have any other information. The door is locked. If you have any keys with you, you may try them in the lock. Do you have the golden key? If so, you can try it by turning to 10. If not, 204. Well, we don't have the golden key, but it sounds like... That's interesting. 204. Do not have the golden key. If you wish to try the other door, or step back through the mirror. Let's try the other door. Why not? 92. The door opens to a dark landing. A flight of stairs arrives at this landing and continues downwards. Will you follow the stairs down, or close the door and step back through the mirror? Okay, well this is getting deeper and darker. Stairs down to 90 or 216. You guys want to keep delving? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go down and see what happens. 216. The narrow stairway splits and offers you 2 ways down. Left-hand stairs or right-hand stairs? Jeez Louise. Left or right? I'm glad I'm making a map. 398. 89. All right. Right is right. 89. You follow the stairs downward. Running across the bottom is a passageway. You turn right and follow it until you reach a dead end with 2 doors facing each other opposite sides of the wall. Door on the left, door on the right, or turn around and go back the way you came. Man alive. Okay, so map is getting super convoluted. Door on the right, 44. Door on the left, 305. It's weird that the way back is not the same entry as we had before. And let's keep going right, 44. The door is not locked. You open it cautiously and poke your head inside. You have found a storeroom of some kind. The room is lined with shelves and various foodstuffs in them. Bread, dried meats, cheese, fruit, dried fish, wine, red and white, and cakes are all neatly stacked on the shelves. If you need to restore some of your stamina, you could choose any of these to eat. Note which you take, then turn to 277. If you'd rather not risk taking any of them, 36. Well, our stamina is 10 out of a total original starting value of 17. So you guys want to like chow down in the storeroom? Or... Doesn't matter? Alright, well, let's not eat anything. We'll go to 36. You can leave the storeroom, try the opposite door, or go back along the passage. Let's try the opposite door. We're down here. We need to find a golden key from somewhere. 305. The door has a bolt on the outside. You undo the bolt and open the door, peering cautiously into the room. The walls are bare and it is sparsely furnished, with only a table and chair. Sitting in a corner asleep is a man in a white gown. As you open the door, he wakes with a start. "Oh, hello," he says. "I suppose you've come for me, have you? Will you say yes or no?" Here's the illustration. You guys, have we come for him? Yes or no? He's looking kind of rough. I'm going to go with the definitive no as the first answer, 153. "Is that so?" he asks. "Then why are you here? Will you tell him you're an outsider trying to escape the house, or pretend to be a servant of the Earl of Droomer?" I'm going to say servant trying to escape. I don't believe it, he exclaims. Have my prayers been answered? Can I join you? Please, you must allow me to come with you. I can be of great help to you. You tell him that he is certainly welcome to help in your escape and ask him how he came into this hidden area. Do you know about the sacrifices? He asks. Well, I'm to be saved for the next ceremony. I was part of the master's coven, but my conscience will no longer allow me to live with the evil that it entails. But the coven cannot allow defectors. I was sentenced to death by sacrifice. Together we must destroy Kelnor the master. I know how it can be done. Kelnor can only be killed with the Chris dagger, which is hidden somewhere in the house. We've got it! And he must be summoned in a red room. Let us agree to rid the world of this human monster and his evil sect. You would be foolish to refuse the help and agree. You can add 1 luck point. Well, we're already maxed out. For this information. A noise outside cuts the conversation short. Someone is coming. 87. Dun dun dun. The door bursts open. 2 white-robed men enter. At least you presume they're men, but their faces are hidden behind masks made out of goats' heads. Ugh. They carry knives and leap forward to attack. One attacks you and the other attacks your comrade. Resolve your own fight first. If you defeat him, turn to 178. There we go. War Pigs kills the devil worshipper. 178. You immediately turn to aid your comrade, but you are too late. A thrust from the devil worshipper's knife pierces his chest. You slam your fist into the back of the man's neck and he slumps to the floor. But you have lost your ally and must leave without him. 366. Oh, man in the white robes. You head back down the corridor until you reach the stairs again. The passageway runs past the stairs and you decide to continue this way. A little further along, you come to a small flight of stairs. The passage is so dark that you do not notice them in time. You stumble down and land in a heap at the bottom, lose 1 stamina. 264. How rad would it be to be killed by a flight of stairs? You nurse your bruises and look around. All is pitch black apart from a point of light coming from the end of a long tunnel. You walk down the tunnel cautiously and your pace slows even further when you hear the sound of voices in the distance. Human voices are chanting in a long, monotonous drone. Soon you're able to see what is happening. A group of people, perhaps 40 of them, are gathering around a large fire. On the far side of the fire is an altar, and stretched out on the altar is a young woman. She is bound hand and foot. You cannot make out the faces of the onlookers, but they are all wearing goat-headed masks. In the center, standing over the altar, is a tall man dressed in robes, whose goat mask has been dyed purple. He holds in his hand a sharp dagger and is preparing to sacrifice his young victim. Do you wish to watch the proceedings, find a way out, or try to rescue the woman? This is dark. Damn dark. All right. What do you guys want to do? This is find a way out, or try to rescue the young woman. It's 40. I mean, the image has there's already blood dripping down the altar there, and there's like the blood on the knife. I'm gonna. War Pigs wants to rescue her.
Oh, this is wrong.
War Pigs is wrong. All right, let's try. It says try to find a way out. All right, let's. We're scared. So, of all the things, this doesn't give us a fear point. Just saying. 80. You look around the chamber. Another passage leads from the chamber. If you choose your moment carefully, you'll be able to reach it without being noticed. Will you move quietly along the wall towards it? Or instead watch the proceedings? Now, didn't... I think the hint was that we have to kill the master in the Red Room and while the sacrifice is going on, right? So 187. I'm going to say that we move quietly along the wall towards it. 187. As you creep along the wall, someone in the group cries out, "You've been spotted." All eyes turn towards you, and the unholy gathering advances to surround you. You are trapped. Will you attempt to fight your way out? Or Do you have something else you can use? If so, use it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please consider a like and subscribe to support the channel. And get ready for more adventures in the House of Hell.